all of you who shaped the man I am. 'Cause I've called the darkness and I've called the lights, and I've called upon the brightest stars of nights. And I go to sleep, I let them in. I'm holding on to you. Oh, and the wind has turned, the raging fires come to heal, to burn what's in our way.
Keep this short, filling up a tank of fuel real quick. Here's our load going home. Going to Illinois. Got some tires. These I stood up. I'll explain in the truck, but they're cradled, so they're not going anywhere. I got straps, one going over and one coming back, so they're pulling on both directions. That way they don't pull all on one side. So let's take another quick look on over here. That's what we got. Alright, I'll talk to you guys here in a minute. Alright, good morning everyone. It's Thursday, and let's see, you last saw before I even dropped off the forklift and that railroad piece. We did that yesterday, dropped off the forklift first thing in the morning yesterday, and the railroad, or the other way around, railroad first thing in the morning, forklift, I dropped it off at about 11:30, 12 o'clock, and I was in Gallup, New Mexico. So that left me in Gallup with nothing to do. Well, I ended up finding me some work, because here we are. Welcome to Hurricane, Utah. Not a little ways away, huh? So yeah, we're in Utah. First time I've ever been in Utah. And we just picked up a load of tires, as you saw. And we are now heading to Sparta, Illinois. So we got ourselves a good, I want to say, I think it's just shy of 1,600 miles to get there. So here's the scoop. I knew I was going to have to deadhead a ways to get anything that was worthwhile. I had a feeling I was probably going to deadhead to about Texas, somewhere mid-Texas or Oklahoma City, which is about 400 miles. And there's still not all that great of work out there either. And I wanted a good weekend load. So I found this load here, all the way out here in Utah. And the pay was okay. It's about the same as everything that was coming out of Texas. So I thought, you know what? If I'm gonna drive a whole bunch with a okay paying load, let's go backwards and then drive that entire way through the weekend and drop off in the morning. So I found this one, a load of tires, where I got 20,000 pounds. So the reasoning for how I have a set back there is mostly height reasons. I did not want to, oh crap, hang on, what am I doing here? I did not want to, let me get through here first before I start talking. So, I was just about to say why I did the tires, but let me get through this first. We have a climb to get out of the Hurricane Valley right here. It's about an 8% grade halfway up, and then it turns into a 7 and then 6 at the very top. It's about 2 miles long, so let's see how the truck does. The engine fan's gonna have to run because it's gonna get warm. So right now we're in 6th gear, and I'm gonna have to drop it down. down flat, which actually after we loaded them, they're not as big in diameter as I thought they were. And I could have done it like I did a long time ago. But if we laid them down flat, all of them, I would have had 2 stacks that would have sat an extra 2.5, almost 3 feet tall, which would put my overall height at about 9 foot on the deck. So about just shy of 13 foot. And I didn't want to have all that weight up high. So I knew if I sat them on their side, or rolling wise, it wouldn't be too bad. But after loading them, I probably could have done a stack of 2, a stack of 2, and a stack of 2, and in between them had the last 2 tires sitting upright like they are right now in between them stacks, and that would have worked fine. But it doesn't matter, it's all done. It looks weird back there, but hey, that's what we're all about. Anyway, so our plan, we are currently on, this is Utah Highway 59. We're going to catch US Highway 86, which runs parallel to the Grand Canyon. For one, it's beautiful out here. I've never been out here before. I love it. It makes this deadhead totally worth it. So yeah, we're going to catch US Highway 86, run it back down to Interstate 40 through Albuquerque and out. The reason why I'm going that way and not down through Interstate 70 is because Colorado still has their chain law in effect. So because I don't know how they enforce that stuff, I'm not going to take a chance on getting some big fat fine because I don't have chains. And so going this way is about 100 extra miles, but about 3 extra hours, which kind of sucks. Actually, I think it's about 120 extra miles, but it's whatever. I get to at least see the pretty sights again. So we'll go through Albuquerque and then we'll catch, what was it, what was the one that was on the other day that we drove down forever? I forget, 37 or something like that. But we'll get back on that, shoot that back up towards Wichita and out that way and gig over to Sparta St. Louis. So anyways, that's all we got on my cruise, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, so I'm just catching up on paperwork, expenses, and billing, and all this other good stuff. Today's Saturday. I know I haven't put out any video yet, other than this one that you're watching now, which is like a week behind. But that's where we're at. We've been super busy. Last set of clips you saw was coming out of Utah hurricane, and we're hauling some tires. Sorry. We delivered those tires yesterday. Yesterday was Saturday, today is Sunday. So yeah, we delivered those yesterday. We are now sitting in, I forget where we're at. We're right on the state line for Tennessee and Kentucky. So, excuse me while I'm multitasking here. Yeah, I can't remember where we're at. It doesn't matter. We're at a Flying J. Parked for the weekend doing our 34, because when we stopped here, I had, I think, 17 minutes left on my 70-hour clock. So we worked the full week. To give you an update, we are heading back towards Knoxville, not to go home though. One of the usual customers that I've been running for, the cassette rolls, he called me saying that he had an emergency. One of the drivers did not show up to take the load, and he was wondering if I could handle it. And it's a big of a deadhead, and unfortunately, because that driver already booked the rate, he can't really get any more money out of it, even with the deadhead. But I'm doing it because sometimes you have to make compromises to, keep the people that you work with a lot happy. I think that's a good business thing. Not like I'm going to be doing this a lot, because this is like a 400-mile deadhead, and I've already just done a 400-mile deadhead going to get those tires. So we're done with deadheading for a while. Anyways, this load, also not one of my favorites, but it's going back to El Paso, Texas. Yeah, I know, probably crazy for doing it, but we're just gonna get it done. Sometimes you have to do things you don't like. So that's the plan for next week. We're going to New Mexico again, well, El Paso, and we're just gonna deal with it that way. We'll figure out what we're doing after that. So that's the plan there. Anyways, I'm gonna end this off. Sorry for the lack of videos. Been super busy, and every time I get parked for tonight, I do not feel like editing anything. I just want to eat and go to bed. So that's what I've been doing. All right, I'll talk to you guys here later. Thanks for watching.